You told me hit the road, you said I gotta go. Sent your song for the souls, and I gotta let them know. Enemy coming like wolves, and I gotta stay woke. But I ain't never gotta fear, cause same power that rose lives in my soul, yeah. If you send me, then I'll run the distance. All I pray is you give me your wisdom. I'm ready to lay down my life. I know that you'll be by my side. I don't really know, but I know I gotta go. And yeah, he really rolls, can't keep that on the low. Yeah, and it's gotta show, barefoot I gotta load. It's the only way to grow, but I know I'm not alone, yeah. Draw me to yourself, I got no one else, yeah. And that's okay, cause I'll give all my love, yeah. And where you send me, I will go, cause I got nowhere else. If you send me, then I'll run the distance. All I pray is you give me your wisdom. I'm ready to lay down my life. I know that you'll be by my side. If you send me, then I'll run the distance. All I pray is you give me your wisdom. I'm ready to lay down my life. I know that you'll be by my side. If you send me, yeah. If you send me, yeah. If you send me, then I'll run. If you send me, then I'll run. I'll run. I'll run. Since you sent me, yeah, I'll run. Yeah, I'll run. I got nowhere else to go. If you send me, I will go. If you send me, then I'll run the distance. All I pray is you give me your wisdom. I'm ready to lay down my life. I know that you'll be by my side. If you send me, then I'll run the distance. All I pray is you give me your wisdom. I'm ready to lay down my life. I know that you'll be by my side. Yeah. Whispers in my ear, I can hear you, but I know you're not too far. Yeah. Surrounded by the worldly things of life, but it's you I want to know so that I can sleep at night. I know you're near, but it's hard to find your voice. It's hard to find a focus. I know you're here, but it's hard with these distractions. But in you, I have no fear. Only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find.
Has some jams, real talk, and hot topics. It's the radio program with the most vibes in all of FSAs. The Vibe O'Clock started right now. Brought to you by the YPG. Because in the YPG, we got too much sauce. We got too much sauce.
What's good, YPG fam and everybody who's connected with us on One More Vibe O'Clock. That's what's up, brought to you by the YPG RSA. Is it fair or is it unfair? That's what we're going to talk about. I'm not writing solo. I'm here with my partner in this game, Mr. Vini.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, just had a glitch here.
Yeah, you had a glitch in my ears.
I had a glitch. I just froze here. What's up, guys? I'm back to YPG.
Meme Squad? Meme Squad, are you guys awoke?
The Meme Squad has been quiet for a long time. I know I'm gonna start off ranting already.
Can you lower my voice? You're really ranting.
Am I really
just
loud?
on my earphone? Yeah, just for my earphone. Yeah. Yo,
Okay.
Hey.
It has been quiet for the past decade in our socials. I have not seen a meme. I have not seen those. You know when we capture those special moments in the YPG, and I mean we've had a lot lately. If you watched the Unlocked Revamped, I hope you did.
Yeah.
If you've been watching the Vibe O'Clock, there has been moments, and it's quiet. It's like something's happening in the streets of the YPG. I don't know what it is, PJ.
That's true.
I don't know what it is.
We shall get to the bottom of this.
We need to investigate this matter.
We shall definitely do that, and we will get to the bottom of this and find out why the Meme Squad is not memeing enough. I mean, when it's with me, you guys make sure.
Yeah, they make sure.
When it's with me, they make sure.
It's make sure.
It's make sure. When it's with you, it's not make sure.
It's not make sure.
Nah, that's not what's up. I hope you guys are going to take this link and share it, because today we'll be having a very interesting conversation here. You know, it's not just a program, but it's a conversation which we're going to be having with you guys, and talking about something and sharing I don't know if it's a controversy. It's got quite a few
pros and cons.
Pros and cons, yes, but most especially different viewpoints of people regarding this. It's quite interesting. I have my views on it. I'm sure Vinny has his. We did not sit down to discuss it, but each one has his own views on it. And I'd like to know your view on it as well. I'd like to know what you think about this. So I don't know how to bring it. Is it fair or is it unfair? Is it something which was okay or it should not have been done? Can you guys guess what we're talking about? Can you guys guess where this controversy is coming from? We're going to give you a song for you to be able to think about it and get those fingers typing there and trying to figure out what it is about. Whilst you're at it, make sure that you invite everybody else to tune into the Vibe O'Clock, where the true vibes are at, knowing that here we never disappoint and knowing that here we're always taking things to another level. Let's go to a short track. I have a couple of tracks I wanted to play today, but for this one I'll let it be a young freestyle on you. But I have a few tracks which I've been missing. You know, I've been missing the original Vibe O'Clock songs. I think I've been missing them a little bit, but then we're gonna listen to whatever our uncle here puts for us, and then Uncle Vinny puts here for us, and thereafter we'll catch up with the songs, which I've just felt like it's been a while since we played it. All right, you're listening to the Vibe O'Clock on Freedom on Air and also at YPG RSA. You know that here we got too much sauce.
Yeah. Okay.
I found love I never known. Now the connection steady growing. Always there, right or wrong. He's right there to right my wrongs. No matter the road, I'm never alone. It's deeper than words, it's more than a song. Look where I'm at, and look where I'm on. Blessings overflowing, steady pressing on. Ain't no looking down, cause I know he got me now. I came a long way from the wrong way, but it's your way now. Cause you wear the crown. I surrender. I surrender to you. I surrender. I surrender to you. I surrender. I surrender to you. I surrender. I surrender to you.
I would describe the YPG as the place to be.
The YPG is very impactful.
I'd say it's an authentic family.
It's very vibrant, energetic, but also they're very attentive with the needs of the youth.
If I were to describe it in one word, I'd say growth.
Power.
And the coolest part is that no one is trying to fit in.
The Arts and Culture Project is a place where your art matters, even if your talent isn't appreciated by the world.
So the sports project is all about energizing yourself. It awakens your confidence and it pushes you out of your limits.
Being the voice of the YPG, the media project is the YPG online.
People coming together, being physical and active, and also, showing your talent.
Media helps you capture what's going on in the best way possible.
Self-expression, expressing your creativity, or helping people through art.
Our sports projects include football, netball, volleyball, athletics, as well as chess for our brainiacs, of course, and also basketball.
Arts and Culture has drama, singing, dancing, drawing arts, poetry, and music production.
Under media are marketing, audiovisual, journalism, design, videography, presenting, etc., etc.
All I can say is the sports project is so fun, so impactful, and also healthy.
Join the media.
If you're not in arts and culture, you're really missing out.
First things first, you need to get to the YPG branch nearest to you.
Every Saturday from 12 p.m.
For more information, you can call us on our toll-free helpline number
0800 330 320.
Or alternatively, you can DM us on Instagram, Facebook, and as well as Twitter at YPGRSA.
Welcome back. This is the Vibe O'Clock, brought to you by the YPG. Just to let you guys know, unfortunately, we're having a little bit of some technicalities on YouTube. So for now, we are only live on Facebook.
And Freedom on Air.
That's what's up. But that doesn't mean that you can't be part of the vibes. Anyone can. You don't need a Facebook account to watch it live, do you? I think you can literally just watch it via the link.
If you click the link, you can.
It should go straight. Anyways, is it fair? Is it unfair? That's what we are talking about. And someone's kind of looking. I see that most of you are looking for a little bit of a clue to make it understand. What exactly are we talking about for you to be able to say it's fair or is it unfair? You had something to mention about unfair or fairness.
I was listening to someone speak yesterday. They were talking about life, and he said something which called my attention. He basically said, "Look, life is fair because it's unfair to everybody." Just think about that. Life is fair because it's unfair to everybody.
Okay.
Now, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section, since you're a bit confused. Do you actually agree with that, or do you disagree with that? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Is life fair because it's unfair to everybody?
And for the first time here in the Bible Clock, we're going to be quite neutral. For the first time, we are going to be quite neutral. Believe it or not, we're going to be quite neutral at the end of our statement here. But my question is, do you think life is fair? Or do you think life is unfair? I'm going to say something that might just tip you guys off a bit more. There is a famous saying that goes, the greatest injustice is equality. The greatest injustice is equality. Now, don't misinterpret the statement, because now you're going to say that it has nothing to do with race or culture or status. It has nothing to do with that. Pay attention to the statement. The greatest injustice or unfairness, if you want to call it, is equality. Let me see what we have here. Tuso says, or is it unfair or fair to enjoy the YPG vibes alone? It is unfair to do it alone. That's definitely unfair.
We don't question that.
Where else there are other youth around you who aren't enjoying, or some knowing nothing about the YPG. That's unfair. No, definitely. Tuso, you did said it all. That's unfair. That's an injustice there. Lesedi said, I disagree, but that's a good point.
Tell us why.
Why?
We want to know.
Today we want to hear from you guys more than speak. Although we're going to be reading, we're not going to bring you guys on air today, but we're going to be hearing. Kolelo says, life is unfair. People normally say this when things are not going well. That's true. Life is unfair, Makes perfect sense. Caroline says, the unfairness of life is unfair. Therefore, it is life. What?
Therefore, it is life is unfair. I think she meant, therefore, life is unfair.
I'm sorry, I couldn't read because of the mic stand was literally right there, so I really couldn't read everything. Pascaline says, I'll say it depends on what is fair or unfair. Whether it is something or a thing, I want to know more upon this and willing to learn and understand, PJ, to be able to pass. Now Pascaline's just like throwing it like, I'm not getting involved in this one. Just give us the answer. No, guys, we're not going to give you the answer. I'm going to let this one. I'm going to cook you guys today. I'm going to grill this one. It's been a while since we created the suspense. It's been a while. And next week's one's going to be worse. Tapelo says, life is fair because we are given equal opportunity. You just need to act upon it. Is it? Anga says capitalism and communism. Actually, Fauzi, you said that, and then Anga's asking, how did we get to this?
It escalated real quick.
That escalated to another level, not the YPG other level. Timilise says, I agree with Tina. We get what we want. We get what we give. But also life's to everyone. Life's to everyone.
Yeah.
I think I choose neutral. No. We're going to be neutral today. Y'all are not allowed to be neutral, Lise. Tina says the greatest injustice is equality because we all invest differently in all we do. Therefore, that means the results can't be the same. They have to be proportionate with the effort we put in. Okay, Tina got it spot on with when I said the greatest injustice is equality. That's exactly where I was going. Nomfundo says, life is fair, but we make it unfair. Actually, it's unfair and fair, 50-50. That's being neutral. Spabalo says, life is fair because it is unfair to everyone. No, man, this doesn't make sense. Sindiso says, I think it's fair, but then it depends on how one takes certain decisions that might lead to unfairness. Well, if your decision was unfair, the result will be fair. If your decision was being unfair, the bad and detrimental or damaging result is going to be fair. I want to continue seeing the debate here between Fauzi and Anga.
Yes.
Because I see Fauzi replies to Anga saying, the statement unfair is... The statement unfair in
The
equality.
statement unfair inequality.
These guys are confusing. They sounded like philosophers here. Like,
Yeah.
thou shalt... It's like Shakespeare.
I see volumes of books coming out of these two.
These guys are coming with literature here, thinking we'll read what's his name? Shakespeare.
Moving on.
Akona says, for me, life is neither fair or unfair. Here's another neutral here. Trying to dodge. You guys ask Gebengo sometimes because you guys don't want to be like wrong. Y'all want to be right and brag. I got it right.
There's the problem.
It's like the day of the foam, that one of the foam.
The foam.
Trapped you guys. We need another one of that. It's a roller coaster ride. Sometimes it's unfair because of consequences of our choices. No, but that's fair. Consequences of our choices, that's fair. And can be by people around us that bring injustice. I don't know. Life is... That's much better. Viewer says life is fair because when you set your mind in something and work hard for it, you see the results. Therefore, life is fair, but it's unfair when someone comes to rob you and takes everything from you that you worked hard for. So it's unfair and fair. And by the way, sometimes people work hard and they don't see the results of their hard work. Paul says life is fair because we have the right to choose whatever we want to have in life. You guys are so confused.
Yeah. Philosophers in the making here.
Y'all are confusing even us here who know the answer or where we're heading here today. There are so many answers. I'm going to only read the answers which make practical sense in regards to the topic that we have here. Abraham says, hello YPG fam. I'm connected and watching from South Sudan. Shout out to you, Abraham from South Sudan. He says, life is fair when you understand what you want and go for it. Not to wait for others to do things that are supposed to do by yourself. Life is unjust when you wait others to do things for you. Abraham's not being unfair here. Castro says life is fair. Life is essentially the opportunity to experience existence. I like the way you put that. Pascaline comes back here with life is fair, but you have freedom of choice and you can decide what you do with it and which way you're going with it. If you go the right way, you choose to make it fair. But okay, let's bring the trick into this. Let's put the chili, let's put the pepper into the soup now. Y'all are all sounding the same here. Y'all are sounding like y'all are on a repeat,
It's copy
right?
paste.
Copy paste, vele. You know when you copy from your friend's answers, but then you just change the answer. The man is going to the shop, and then you change it. The Homo sapien, which is a male, is heading towards the place that of which he purchases items, and then same answers here. That's basically how you guys are laying this out.
I'm finished.
Now you made me forget what I was going to say now.
I'm sorry. Let's just move on. It's not meant to be.
I repeat, you guys, let's not make sure.
Let's not make sure today.
Let me just put it this way. What are we looking for here, Vinny? What are we looking for? Because we're not going to give it away yet.
I think if we tell them what we're looking for, we're giving it away. I know someone here has it. We just need to keep believing.
We need to keep believing, ne?
Someone will find it.
Yes, Nosipo says, Nosipo, you are 100% right.
Let me find the Sipo here.
Nosipo says we're getting 0 for this question. Exactly. That's fair. That's fair. Let's put it this way, guys. Y'all are saying life is fair if you are fair. But how many people would allege to the fact that they have been fair, they've been good people, they've been fair in life, they've been upright, they've worked hard. But the guy who's lazy at work, the gossiper, the liar, the deceiver, the thief, is the one who's getting on top in life.
Mm-hmm.
What is your comeback to that? Because y'all are saying, no, life is fair because life is fair, and thou shalt not fairness with unfairness, that of which cannot be condoned within the confinements of the unconstitutional. What? We don't want to hear that. What about... There we go, Anga. Oh gosh, Fauzio, we want to see this here. We want to see what you have to say. Anga says there is no equality in life. What would you say? What would you say? Fauzio and everybody else. What would you say? There is no equality in life. I think we need one more break.
Yes.
Do you have that song? Oh my goodness, I was listening to the song earlier today. I just love the song Count Me In by Switch.
It cuts us off.
It cuts us. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's okay. Let's go for one song which hasn't been played in a while. Patience.
Okay.
Let's go for Patience. I want you guys to think along the lines which I mentioned. Sometimes people work hard for what they want, but they never get what they want. I'm going to be reading your comments, and the ones which deserve that, that highlight, we're going to be back to it. You're listening to the Vibe O'Clock on Freedom on Air, and also at YPG RSA on Facebook. Make sure you get somebody to join in and be part of this beautiful and wonderful discussion. We're going to be right back.
Face it, God is good, patience, 'cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And I know, face it, God is good, patience, 'cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And be still and know you are never alone. In your darkest of times, God is still in control. And faith is not porcelain in storms disproportionate. Play this song when you need it. God is working in secret. Face it, God is good, patience, 'cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And I know, face it, God is good, patience, 'cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. You say don't worry, but I do. I'm in need of you. Tomorrow's coming and it's coming way too soon.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. So we had to cut the song because
Yo, and it's an essay.
It's an essay here from Fauzi. Fauzi says, I'll try to make sense. So he's trying to make sense here for us, guys. Here we go. Anga. Life is unfair to everyone who receives something equally regardless of whether they worked for it or not. Communism. Capitalism. Everyone gets what they really worked for or invested on. That's the fairness of life. Let's put it this way. It has nothing to do with a political ideology. I get where you're going, Fauzi. I totally get where you're going. But I don't know.
What happens when you've worked hard and you've invested and then the shares drop and you miss out?
You lose everything.
Just like that, like overnight.
Yeah. And you worked hard all your life.
Is that still
you get
fair?
retrenched after working 30 years being the best, but you get retrenched because, hey, the company's liquidating or it's gone bankrupt and they can no longer keep you.
That's funny. I spoke to a man this week. He passed by, and he is was a teacher. And he was showing me his CV and the recommendation letter. He said that the school had to remove him from where he was working. But when you read his referral letters, it is beyond spectacular. He is punctual, he is respectful, he is dedicated, he is this and that. It was just full-on compliments. But still.
I've heard of people who got sent away because the company said, we can't afford someone. You're too much for us to pay you.
What happens then?
Is that fair or unfair? Wow, you guys are hating us right now. You guys are really not liking us. They think this is a trick question, and I'll be trying to be intellectually deep. Lots of Shakespeare's and John Donne's here.
Yo,
in
another
the
essay.
YPJ. Okay, where's the essay?
Let's go, Tina.
We'll read Tina's essay. I think it's impossible to have equality in life, although we all have the equal opportunity, which is life itself. How we see and take, how we see and use this opportunity is what determines the outcome. And at times the things we pursue may not necessarily be what we need at that point. And when they don't happen, we might be quick to say life is unfair. Tina is on the right track. We were discussing this during the break. Close. Not really there yet, but close. But life is fair. It's you get what you give. And everything happens for a reason situation. Yeah. It's an acceptable answer. It's an acceptable answer. It can be better elaborated. We did put you guys in the corner here. Do you want to release the video now?
I think... No.
Okay, let me read more comments till you decide.
I think I agree with Nosipo on this. This has been unfair to you guys.
We got you guys really off guard on this one. I mean, we didn't have a proper Viber clock last week, so we had promised you that we were going to come back with a bang. Nkosinati says, it's always that you reap the hard work you've worked hard for. We've already been there, Nkosinati, so not always. Sometimes things could just go down, and then some people who are corrupt get what's good. You see, Nkosinati's point is valid, but are you saying it's fair or it's unfair? Sharon says life is unfair when we experience unfavorable circumstances that we had nothing to do with. And then again, it is fair when we experience things, whether good or bad, because of our choices. Lillian says life is based on the decision a person makes regarding daily things, daily changes. There are people who have done great things and they stopped doing good because they felt like doing good hasn't been profitable enough for them. Yesterday, we were at Wits University for our society meeting, and we had this Monopoly. We were playing with them this board game of Monopoly, and someone gave me the card one, the one which you have an ATM, because I don't want to take the one of cash because it could get lost. So we took the card one where it's neater, and this lady says, wow, this is a really nice Monopoly board. Where did you buy it? And how much was it? I said, look, I don't know, because somebody gave me as a gift. And she said to me, wow, I need friends like yours because I don't get things like that. Nobody gives me anything. I said to her, look, when you give, naturally you receive. And she's like, I've been giving. I'm like, you give without the intention of receiving. And she said to me, I've given without the intention of receiving, but I still don't receive. So, is life fair or is life unfair? I don't doubt her. I think she's giving, shame. But it's not happening the way she's been wanting it to happen. Any other point, Vinny? Maybe we're missing out. I think there's a lot that we're missing out here, but I think we're getting carried away here by these comments. It's funny seeing you guys, you know. Sindis was saying, why is Vinny and PJ doing us like this?
Ish, guys. You might say it's unfair, but maybe it's fair.
Is the Viber clock fair or unfair?
That's another question.
Nandi says, life is unfair. If it was fair, we would know what's going to happen tomorrow. Where are you going with this? And then invest in whatever that is going to help. Oh, it disappeared. Going to be helpful for us. For example, you study for 7 years to become a doctor, a few years thinking that it's time to reap, then boom, #dead.
She reminds me of my very first lecture. I'll never forget it. She's a Bulgarian woman who's living in South Africa for a very long time. I don't know if she's still here. Shout out to Biljana. I will never forget that woman. But she said something very funny. She says, "You're all staring at me right on this board. Let me tell you how it is, how the future is going to play out for you." Yo, it was very real. She says, "Probably 99% of you will not make it in the industry you are studying for. The way life will pan out, some of you will get it right, being the minority, and the majority will either see life happen, will drop out, or won't make it." And now I ask you, is that fair or unfair with what she said? Because there's ways you can take that. Because that was also directed to me, that was directed to everyone around. We all had it. We left like, this woman, she's not right. And everyone was like complaining and stuff. Because the lecture was just that, like.
That was savage.
That was like, yo.
That was savage.
Straight up, she says, majority of you will not make it in this country. Mark my words, write it down.
Yo.
Till today, it stayed in.
Because I mean, generally you want your teacher, your lecturer, whoever to motivate you, to be telling you. Think about it.
She was even saying, like, consider it that, like, since you're starting and you haven't completed the full payment,
there's time to take your money back. That is savage, guys.
Is that fair or unfair?
Yeah. That's another clue, by the way. I can't wait for them to see the video. I can't wait. I think we need to carry on the track or play another track. And when we come back, we'll think about whether it is time to reveal the mystery that is making you guys crack your head. Some of y'all are on holidays, and now we put you back into the exam room of life. Is life fair or unfair? Let us listen to one more track, or we can carry on the one I was playing. I don't know, up to you.
What are we even playing?
We're playing Patience.
Yeah, we'll start it over.
I think we need, you want to play it over?
I think they need patience.
They need patience. Okay.
Or we can go Isla Vista. When last time we heard Isla?
No, wait.
Okay.
I think it needs to be something a little bit pushy. I'm trying to go through here. Aisha Leah all in. Let's just go for Aisha Leah. It's been a minute. Y'all have 3.5 minutes to think about this. And let's hope that somebody can get this one right. We're going to be right back.
Got a way about it. Like everything you say got me stuck on you. It's not always pretty, but I'm lost without it. Cause you're the way, the light, and the perfect truth. Forgot to love this girl that he gave me you. So I fall to my knees and I pray you. And I cannot deny that you are the one for me. You gave me life, I gave my life, I don't run from you. pauses everything. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I know that I can't do this my own now. I know that it's higher than my own soul. I know that your love surpasses all things. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. What do you want me to show you that I'm all in for you, want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do anything, want you to know I'm all in with you. What do you want me to show you that I'm all in with you.
Feeling lonely, depressed, having suicidal thoughts, or just want to vent? The YPG's got you. Hit us up now on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA. Alternatively, call the toll-free helpline number at 0800 330 320.
It's real.
It's fair. Life is fair, Donnie says here. Oh my goodness. Lisa James says the lecture at the IT was the matter of decision, if I can say. I didn't understand this comment. Asamatle says the more I think about it, the more confused I am. Cecilia says about the lecture she was unfair because there could be someone who was on the verge of giving up, and boom, there she pushed that student in the black hole. #reality check. Tina says, replying to this very last one, some could take it as motivation because we're not all the same. Plus, it's reality. We're going to play a video that's been going around. And when I saw this video, I had mixed feelings about it. I have two thoughts about it. And that's the exact reason why we wanted you guys to go both ways. I'm not going to say to you whether it is right or whether it was wrong. But I want you to look at it with two perspectives. I want you to look at it from two angles. And you're going to be able to draw whether life is fair or unfair. Naledi says, I think your lecture was being fair to you guys, as she told you the truth as it is. And perhaps she was giving some of you a chance to reconsider what you really want in life. Well observed, Naledi. Let's go to the video and let's see what we're talking about.
Vendégektől. A második félidő kezdőrúgását Varga Énok fogja elvégezni, akit a testvére Dani kísért be a pályára. Mindketten az MTK utánpótlásában pallérozódnak, és itt rögtön láthatunk egy rávezetést. És lehet, hogy megszületik a harmadik MTK találat is a mérkőzésen. Senko kivédi. Ennek azért annyira nem örülnek az, hogy beengedhette volna Senko Zsomra, de hát megpróbálkozik. Még egyszer a fiatalember, Senko megint véd. Hát ez a szülinapi kezdőrúgás gól nem lett. Ettől féltően a fiatalember Isten éltesse nagyon sokáig.
Upset.
Igen, talán ezért kellett volna beengedni ezt a gólt Senkónak.
Okay, so just before we play it again, right? So these are two teams, I think it was in Hungary, if I'm not mistaken. And the one team, the red team, if I'm not mistaken, the red team was losing, if not mistaken, 2-0. Then when it was like the halfway in, they brought this boy on who's a fan of the blue team. Apparently it was his 10th-year-old birthday. And they told him, I'm laughing at the comments here. I'm trying to avoid Marada's goalkeeper though. And they allowed the boy to go and score against the other keeper. of the opposing team, who, as you could see, was not too amused by the idea of bringing a boy on and letting it go through. The goal wasn't going to count. It wasn't going to count. It was really just something special for the boy. So he ran on the field, and as you could see, we can play it again. As you can see, he there's the kickoff. He gives it to the boy. That's his brother, the guy with the hoodie next to him. So he gives him the ball. I've got a couple of observations regarding this kid, which many didn't catch, but I watched it a few times. So he shoots, the keeper saved it. That's a professional keeper. I like the fact that the kid goes, chases the ball, goes back in and takes another shot. The keeper goes, doesn't even look at the kid, doesn't give him a high five, doesn't say anything, just goes. I feel sorry, like when we watch the kid's face here. And the fans there, if you could hear it the first time we were playing, they were obviously booing the keeper. That's his brother, takes him, and shame. He looks kind of not in the best of moods. Now I want you to answer me. Do you think what the keeper did was fair or unfair? I'm not, I repeat. Babalo is like, but why did the goalkeeper save the shots if it's not even going to count? And I see most of you guys are nailing the poor keeper. The poor keeper, what, PJ? It's the poor kid. Whew. Let me see.
Yeah. This one's an essay.
Yeah, Tumelo's got an essay here. I saw it here.
Jeez, it takes the whole screen. I'm going to read it.
No matter how many angles we may view it from, life will always be unfair. It's the unfairness that's not bad, but it's the kind that redirects those who view it as an opportunity to see a redirection in life and aspire change. And this is where motivations such as make lemonade from lemons derive from. Superb. I think we're thinking of it to be wrong because we deem unfair as wrong. Many people are successful businessmen or women today because they got fired. Had that not taken place, they wouldn't have known their capabilities of becoming great. How will you know your potential if you don't push yourself extra hard? Dumelo, at the 89th or 90th minute
Fergie time
of the Viber clock, at Fergie time, she scores the goal. Please give her the round of applause.
Let me get it here for her.
At Fergie time, she scores. Although we're still going to talk about this video right now.
Where's this round of applause?
It's down there somewhere, the sound effects.
You saw it?
I did, but never mind.
That's on. There we go.
There we go. Here comes the applause. She said it all in that essay. I want to read your comments first about the goalkeeper, then we're going to conclude our line of thought here. Sinovuyo says, I love his attitude though. Viewer says it's fair. Ndoni says, perseverance, Shem. Mwabi says, was fair. Pastor Luciano here says that it was pride. The goalkeeper was proud. Anga says the goalkeeper was doing his job. Lesho Honolo says, it's fair, but the keeper decided to be unfair to the kid, but fair to his ego. Boniso says he was fair. The goalkeeper, Cecilia says the goalkeeper was committed. Eddie says, if I was the keeper, I would have done the same thing. Letting him score easily would be unfair. He has to learn how to earn a goal. The kid will grow up after that. Yo, Eddie, you're you're right. My goodness. Nomvula says, I can say it's fair because the child was given an opportunity to play and the kids keep on persistent, although they keep it the keeper difficult to challenge the professional keeper. Spusisa says this is fair because the goalkeeper is playing the game. The kid want to play football when he is old, so he better put in the work. Nandi says goalkeeper was fair because he's teaching the kid the reality of this life, that you won't always get what you want. Pascalane says she's speechless now. Guys, I won't be able to read all your comments, but all I want to say is the following. The reaction of that kid makes all the difference. You can play the video again, just let it play muted. For us who like watching football, you'll notice one thing. First thing I noticed when I started analyzing this video is the way he runs with the ball tells you that he plays football. So he probably already plays in the kiddie squad of this club. You can see he runs perfectly straight. The way he shoots the ball is perfect as well. And even the way he goes, the second shot, look at that ball control. His second shot is superb. It was on target. So we can assume, please guys, now this is just my point of view. Please, I'm not saying I'm right. And these are facts. I'm just saying what I can conclude out of this video is that he probably plays soccer in a little league for boys of his age. He was turning 10 on this day. And this was probably his dream, is to become a footballer. Could the keeper have let him score? Shame, it was the kid's birthday. True. Could have given him that birthday. Could have given him that high five. But then again, don't forget the keeper was losing 2-0, so he was really not in the mood as well. 4-0. Was it 4?
4.
Oof. Yeah, net keeper. It was going to be 5 now. So you kind of need to understand each one is trying to chase his dream. It would not have counted for the goalkeeper, but you could also see that he was not in the mood for it. His focus, as somebody said here, was in winning the match. The focus for that boy was to have his moment. That would have been a birthday present for him. But he can still make that birthday present 10 years from now, 8 years from now, 9 years from now. If he takes that lesson and tells himself, I'm going to be the best. One day I want that keeper to remember what he did to me, that he made me the best. Or that keeper, that boy can take that moment and say, you know what? I quit soccer. I don't want to play anymore. Because this is how it goes. You can already kill the video. This is how it goes. You played club football and so did I play it when I was younger. You know for a fact that boycotting is a very common thing at clubs. You, me, and 3 other guys from the YPG decide we're going to do trials at a big club. We get there, there's a guy we don't know. Okay, with the YPG we wouldn't do that, but let's just make believe out there. Do you think that the other guys are going to be okay with letting another guy go through? They don't pass the ball to that guy. That guy will never see the ball. They will keep it amongst themselves, because then at least if we get it, at least our guys here get the opportunity. That's how life is. Is it fair or unfair? That's up to you to conclude, but it's also a matter of, will life give you an opportunity or not? If it doesn't, you have to make one. Understand that every obstacle is what made everyone who was not great to become great. We talk about David and Goliath. It could have been somebody else and Goliath. But we talk about David because David faced him. Everybody else was afraid, including his own brothers who were soldiers, who were stronger, who were more handsome, who were all of this and all of that. But they were afraid to actually face that giant. So we know David, we don't know his brothers. We know the story of David. We know his flaws, we know his defeats, but we know as well his success. We remember him more for his success because he faced the giant. What great thing is remembered? For example, in South Africa, we have Nelson Mandela. Mandela is remembered for his legacy 27 years behind bars. Taking out the political side of things, I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm here to talk about the fact that for 27 years, so when he came out, that was success. He had to face, Robben Island made Mandela who Mandela became. And the long list of people, even the Lord Jesus, the cross is what gave him. He was Jesus. We know him as the Son of God, but people did not recognize him as the Son of God. Only after he faced the cross did people actually recognize him. So life will not always give you something which is smooth to knock that giant out of you, because sometimes the giant that is inside of you is dormant. That giant is snoozing. That giant is asleep. That giant is chilling instead of being awakened towards that dream which you have to conquer. It's sleeping. And hence the reason why you don't achieve what you don't achieve. Caroline says, yeah, the kid should have scored, but the blue teams should have scored, but against the blue team's keeper. Well, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe that boy is going to grow up and say, you know what? I hate football. I hate that guy. I don't want to play football again. And then there's something else in life. There'll be that keeper. Not the same keeper, but there'll be that keeper in life to stop him. It was unfair for him to defend that ball. True. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying it's fair or not fair. He could have let it through, guys. I repeat, he could have. Maybe if I was that keeper, maybe I would, come on, it's just a kid. Let him score, whatever. But then again, maybe that kid would just become mediocre if he did that. Maybe tomorrow that kid is going to be bigger, greater than Cristiano Ronaldo, than Messi. 8 years' time from now, when he's 18 or when he's 20 or when he's 21, we'll be talking about that kid and we'll be remembering this video thanks to that keeper. Honestly speaking, thanks to that keeper. Or maybe not. Or maybe, is it the keeper's fault? Maybe, maybe not. Or the kid gave up. The kid no longer wants to see a football in front of him. He now wants to play cricket. What a downstep. But I mean, he wants to play cricket now. He no longer wants to play football. Okay, well, that's his choice. But I mean, he can take that and turn the tables. Your obstacles, your challenges. You know, Vinny, they say that the majority of people who are in prison are people who suffered at home. But that's also a choice. Where you guys were speaking about choice, indeed. But sometimes the unfairness is what gives you the opportunity in life. So that unfairness is actually not being unfair. It's actually fair. Mm-hmm. It puts you in the corner. Who would be Joseph if he was not sold by his own brothers to Egypt? He became the governor. He had to go to prison. He had to go through what he went through. Otherwise, he would never become a governor.
I just want to build on what you said. You know, reading the comments and reading everything, there's things I've understood. And this is mainly about perspective. You could say the keeper is unfair because he didn't let that kid, have his moment.
Yeah.
Right? That's one point of view. The other point of view is that he did right in teaching the kid. People look at things as in the present time and the future.
Yeah.
If you watch that video, no one dared stop that kid. He ran through everyone. They just stood and watched.
Yeah.
And you might think, no, it's right. The kid should have his moment. He needs to celebrate. But now when you start thinking ahead, that kid will start thinking like this. Okay, I made it through all these guys easily. Mm-hmm. The next challenge that comes, I'll make it through them easily. Mm-hmm. And when he gets disappointed, there builds the frustration. There builds the cycle of giving up and trying again and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think it's all about perspective. I'm giving my opinion here. I kind of agree with Eddie when he says, yes, the boy must learn, the keeper did his job and so forth. Mm-hmm. Because number one, he has to learn that nothing comes on a silver platter to him.
Yeah.
He has to dribble past. He has to shoot. He has to score. When he hits to make the goal.
Yeah, because in a real match, even the kids his age aren't going to.
They're not going to just watch.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Mm-mm. Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, it's your birthday. Go ahead. Hey, it's his birthday, guys. It's his birthday. No, that's not how life is.
That for me, that perspective is like, take it as fuel, or mm-hmm. or just don't take it at all.
There are people who lose people who matter to them on their birthday. I've heard of stories of people who lost the person they loved on their wedding day. So life is not going to do anything special because it's your day. Oh no, you know what, we're gonna switch things up. Oh, you were supposed to die tomorrow. Tomorrow's your birthday. No, you know what, you're not gonna die tomorrow. We'll do it after tomorrow. That's not how life is. And this is something which we need to understand, because oftentimes someone will come to the YPG and think everything here has to be easy. And even in the YPG, we can't allow everything to be easy. Otherwise, when people go outside, when the youth go outside, they will think that's how life is. It's like a kid who's born in the struggle and a spoiled brat. The spoiled brat, he suffers, he struggles. I will never forget our experience when we went to Litabong, the dump site. It was in the days of COVID. And for the people there, it was not a big issue. It was not a big problem. We're going to watch one more video. This one's a bit funny. It's funny. But I want you to take this. This one is funny, guys. It's really funny. You probably watched it before. But I want you to pay attention to what he says. We're already past our hour mark. And we're going to wrap up the Vibe O'Clock. Please watch this one before you go.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch, I think it's more important that your daughter learn a valuable lesson. That's not how the world works, you know, you don't always get your way.
Are you for real, dude? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because at least this one's a satire. The other one was real. This one was just a reenactment. But guys, this is the reality. This is indeed the reality of life. This is the reality of how things really are, and we need to learn to really apply ourselves to understand that we're not always going to get things our way. Here and there you may have a head start, but there will come a moment where it will all count and depend on you. So is life fair or unfair? We don't really have an answer.
Nope.
We really don't have an answer. The fact is, it all depends on you. That fairness might be unfair and the unfairness might be fair. Just understand that in life, we're not always going to get what we want, but we are going to get what we fight for. And sometimes we will fight for something and not get it.
Yes.
And that is specifically to save us, to spare us. Sometimes you're not going to get it when you want it. You want it now, you're not going to get it now. Mike Tyson said when he was earning $30 million for every fight, he said he had peace when he was in prison. He felt like God was punishing him when he had everything he wanted. Think about that. Any final words?
Just make an observation when you have time. Have you ever paid attention to someone's heartbeat?
Mm-hmm.
It's that line, that noise, that one there. It goes up, but it also goes down.
Yeah.
Which means in life there'll be moments where things go well and things don't go well. That makes you human.
Yeah.
But now if it's just one straight line, you're not living.
Yeah. You're dead.
You're dead. And that line is never always up there.
No. It needs to go down.
It needs to go down.
Yeah.
So think about it.
And if you want to jump, the higher you want to jump, the lower you're going to have to go. You're going to have to bend your knees lower. If you don't bend much your knees, you're just going to make a little jump. But if you want to jump high, you're really, really, really going to have to bend those knees. So you're going to have to go down in life. Sometimes that's life. That's life. Yes, Ndoni, you're right. No direct answer, really.
It's about your perspective. Let's leave it at that.
That's it. There's no answer. Guys, you guys are superb. So awesome. I really missed having the Vibe O'Clock on this tip.
What's happening tomorrow, PJ? You didn't tell us.
I'm getting there. Gosh, one step at a time. Look at this. It's like that kid in the plane.
Yes.
Wants to go chill by the window. Wait.
I want that window.
And you know, in Brazil, there is a famous saying that they say, you never scored a goal, but you want to sit by the window. It became famous because the soccer players, they were going to the World Cup. And one of the new guys came to the squad and he decided to run into the plane and sit by the window. And one of the first team players came there and said, "Hey, rookie, what are you doing here?" And I'm sitting by the window. And he said, "You've never played a World Cup. You've never scored a goal in a World Cup. And you want to sit by the window." Boom. In life, sometimes you gotta wait. You gotta wait for your turn. So, in the morrows, we are going to be having the theme called Now. What about now? That really matters to you, to me, to all of us. You're going to have to join us at every YPG Hangout, 24456 Corner Imink and Kokwani Drive, our Soweto fam at the YPG at the Holy Ground. Alternatively, at Park Station, 25 Plain Street, right next to the Park Station bus terminus. Our YPG fam throughout South Africa will be available for you. And if you want to DM us and find where your nearest YPG branch is, just DM us and we'll get in touch with you. And 7 p.m., we're going to be having the YPG Unlocked. I hope you guys liked the revamp. There's still more to come and some interesting things. Tomorrow's one is going to be really cool, but next week's one is going to be even cooler. All right. That's it from us. We are signing out. Can we please go to A Loving Father, Friend Like No Other? You know, we need that cool jam because you guys were too stressed. Some of you are like stressed. Y'all, you know, very stressed trying to figure out the correct answer here in the Bible Clock today. That's it from me. That's it from him. That's it from the YPG fam. Never forgetting that we are going to another level. Hashtag YPG is everywhere. We out of here.
Every place you are,